Hello 8th class, a very good morning to all of you. So in our yesterday class we started with a new chapter, that is factorization. We studied that to factorize an algebraic expression we have two methods. One is method of common factors and other is method of regrouping. There are some questions in which we use method of common factors as well as we use regrouping technique. So in our yesterday class we did questions by method of common factors. Today we are going to do one question just to recap that method, and then we are going to do our factorization using regrouping. So the question is, you have to factorize ax square y plus bxy square plus c xyz. So this is your expression. We have to factorize it. So this method will be the same. We will be writing each term in form of its reducible, irreducible factors. Not reducible, irreducible. So it will be a into x into y. Then bxy square, we will be writing it as b into x into y into I. These are the irreducible factors of this term. Then xyz, c into x into y into z. If there is a number, then we do prime factorization of that number. Since there is no number, so we are not doing that step. Now we have to find common factors. Common factors, we find out what is common in all the three terms, that is, it has x present in all of these and y present in all of these, and there is nothing else which is present in all these terms. So we will write the common factors as x into y. We write it as x into y. Now how do we factorize? We write our given expression, that is ax square y plus bxy square plus cxyz, okay, and then we write this expression in form of this irreducible factors. Write the terms in form of irreducible factors. Later on we will be let go of this step, and I will be writing directly the factorization. I will be telling how will we do that. So it will be xy is common factor, so we will be writing xy outside. Now we will see what is left after taking xy common. If we are removing x and y from it, this term we are left with a and x. In this term, if we take x and y outside, we are left with b and y. And in this term, if we take out x and y outside, we are left with c into z. So it will be xy ax plus by plus cz in simplified form. Now other times what we will do, in the concise form, we won't be writing irreducible factors for each term separately, but in it also we will be writing this expression as a into x into x into y plus b into x into y plus c into x into y plus z. Now you can see that x is present in all the three, y is present in all the three, okay, y is present in all the three. So I will take x and y common, and inside I am left with a into x plus b into y plus c into z. So it will be xy ax plus by plus cz. So you can do like that also. It is concise in its explanation. So now we are going to do factorization using regrouping. Suppose we will be doing one example. Suppose we have, this is factorization using regrouping, or you can also say using method of regrouping. So suppose we have 2xy plus 3y 3x plus 2y plus 3. Okay, suppose this is your expression. Now in this expression, if you see, if you write each term in form of irreducible factors like this, you find that there is nothing which is present in all of these. It means these terms don't have common factor. So what do? We will use regrouping. Now we will find out pairs in which there is something common. Okay, we will find pairs in which something is common. So if I see these two numbers, there is x common in this. But if I write this as this term here and this term here, okay, which will be this plus 2 into y plus 3 into x plus 3. Now 2 is present in these two, y is present in 2 and y is present in these two. Okay, and 3 is common in these two terms. So we can write it as 2y, because 2y is common factor of these two terms. X is left in this, and what is left in this? I told you in the previous class, 1 is factor of every term. So 1 is factor of this term also. So if we are taking 2y outside, we are left with 1. Now 3 is present in this, and here we are left with x. And as discussed here, if we are taking 3 outside, we are left with 1 inside. So when it means that when we are opening the bracket, 3 into x will be 3x and 3 into y will be 3. So 1 will be written here, not 0. So now we have two terms, this term and this term. And in both these terms, x plus 1 term is present. X plus 1 term is common. It means I can take out this term. So I took out this term in the common, and I am putting a bracket now. Now what is left in this term? In this term 2y is left, and what is left in this term? 3 is left. So your 2x plus 1, 2y plus 3 is the factorization of your given expression. This is how we are going to do the factorization using regrouping. We have to find out the two pairs in which we have common factors. We'll take the common out, and then we will proceed. So now we are going to do question number 3, and question number 3. Question number 3, part 1 is x square plus xy plus 8x plus 8y. Okay. Now first what I'll do, I'll write my terms in the reducible form. This is x into x, this is x into y, this is 8 into x, okay, and this is your 8 into y. Now I will pair these two terms and these two terms, because I see that 8 is present in both these terms and x is present in both these terms. So I am taking x common in these two and y common in these two. After taking x common outside, in bracket I am left with x plus y, and here after taking 8 common outside I am left with x plus y. Okay. When you are doing regrouping, you will find out that when you are taking common factors from two terms, you will always find that one term is present in both the terms. One factor is present in both the terms in your third step. You will always find such factor. So here x plus y factor is present in both, so we will take it out. X plus 8. So this is going to be your answer. Next is second one. It is 15xy minus 6x plus 5y minus 2. Okay. Now see that we will regroup in the first step only. How? I see that here we have 15xy and here we have 5xy. Now this 5 factor and this 5 factor and this 15 factor, they will have 5 common, and these variables xy and y have y common. So I regroup it. I will write 5y here and x I will put it here. So 15xy plus 5y, I will keep the signs also with the terms, minus 6x minus 2. Now I will expand them. It will be 3 into 5 into x into y plus 5 into y, and here I have 2 into 3 x minus 2. Okay. So in these first two terms, what is common? 5 is common and y is common. So I am taking 5 and y common outside. Inside the bracket I am left with 3x, 3 into x plus what is left after taking 5y outside? 1, because 1 is factor of each term. Now here minus is present here, minus is present here. It means I have to take out minus common. Then next 2 is present here, 2 is present here. So minus 2. After taking minus 2 common, inside I am left with 3x. And here I am left with plus 1, because I have taken minus common outside. Now in these two terms, 3 into x, okay. Now I am going to rub this one. Now after here I am doing here. So now I can see that it will become 5y 3x plus 1 and minus 2 3x plus 1. Now 3x plus 1 factor is present in both the expressions, both the terms. So 3x plus 1, and here I am left with 5y, and in the second term I am left with minus 2. So this is going to be my answer. This is how we do factorization using regrouping. Next we have C part, third part, that is, I'm going to rub this one. Third part is ax plus bx minus ay minus by. So first we will check we need to regroup or not. Okay, first step is you need to check you need regrouping or not. So now here in these two terms and these two terms. So what is common in these two terms? X is common, and here we have minus common and minus y common. So it means we don't need to regroup it. And second step, we check that if there is some common factor which is present in all the four terms. There is no common factor which is present in both all the terms. We can see that clearly. So we will move on to the third step. It will be a into x plus b into x. It means we are writing terms in the form of irreducible factors. Is this now x is common in this and y is common, y and minus y. So x common outside. Inside we are left with a plus b. Here we are taking common minus and y. So I am left with a plus b because I have taken minus common and y common b. So now in this term we are left with a plus b factor which is present in both the terms. So a plus b factor I am taking outside. Inside I am left with x minus y. So this is going to be my factorization of this one. Next we are going to do fourth one. Fourth one is 15pq plus 15 plus 9 q plus 25 p. Okay, this one. Now we will see that something interesting is happening here. 15 is common in these two terms, and in these two terms we have nothing common. That won't do. So we need to regroup, and we regroup that such that we will take this term of 25p here, okay, and I will send this term 15 to here. Why I am doing that? Because when I am taking 15 outside from these two terms, it is pq plus 1, and here I can't take anything out, and we will not be able to proceed further. So what I am doing, I am regrouping. So after regrouping, I am left with this one. Now I will check if I can take something out from these two. Yes, from these, yes. So these two are groups now. Now from I will write them as factors, irreducible factors. Each term is irreducible factors. It will be 3 into 5 into p into q. Next will be 5 into 5q, and it will be 3 into 3q, and it will be 3 into 5. After this, I'll take common. We have 5 and q common from this, and here we have 3 common. Okay, so in these two terms we are writing 5 and q outside, and inside we are left with 3p. Okay, this was 25p, sorry, this was 25p, so it is 25p, and instead of q, p will be common. So p is common, we are left with 3q, and plus 5p is common, so we are left with 5. Now next group is this. Here we are taking 3 as common factor. Inside I am left with 3q, and the next term we are left with 5. So now we see that 3q plus 5 is common in both the terms. So I will take that outside, and inside I am left with 5p plus 3. Okay, this is going to be my answer. So suppose you do regrouping and you find out that you are not able to find such a factor which is present in both the terms, it means your regrouping is not right. You will have to regroup it again with different terms. Okay, suppose you regrouped it with this 9, instead of putting 25p here, you put 9q here. You will proceed with your question, and if you find out that you are able to find out a factor which is present in both the terms in this step, it means it is going to be okay. But if you find out that there is no factor which is present in both the terms, you are not able to take common out, it means you need to change your regrouping. Okay, so this is your question number 4. Now part number 4. So now we have part number 5. Sometimes more than 2 regrouping are possible, but the answer will be same. You can use any of the grouping, your answer is going to be same. We can do with this question and check if we are doing separate regrouping and getting the answer same. So there are 2 ways of regrouping it. First is I am grouping them and these two. Okay. But before regrouping, we will check if there is some common factor which is present in all the 4. There is no factor. You can see that there is no factor which is present in all the 4. So we are next to the regrouping. So suppose I want to regroup like this. I am dividing into 2 parts. First I am regrouping like this. So it will be z minus 7 and it plus 7xy minus x into y into z. Now from these 2 terms nothing is common, so I can write it as x minus 7 only, and from here what is common? X is common, y is common, x is common, y is common. So I took x, y common. Here I am left with 7 and here I am left with minus z. Now you see that this is z minus 7 and this is 7 minus z. It means the terms are same, but we have negative factor which is obstructing us from taking this factor out. So what we will do, we will take minus common outside from this term. So it will be z minus 7. If I take minus outside, it will be, it was positive, so you can write positive as negative into negative. I took one negative outside, so inside it is 7, and if I am taking minus from inside, I am left with plus here. Okay, so this is z minus 7, this is z minus 7, same term, same factor. So z minus 7, here I am left with 1 and here I am left with xy. So this is your answer. Now suppose I regroup them, and how I am regrouping it? I am regrouping these two numbers in which we have 7 and 7 and these two numbers. So it will be z minus xyz, okay, and it will be, they are regrouped, so they will be written as 7xy minus 7. Okay, I did like this. This is 7. So now from these, now this is a pair and this is a pair. I will write it as minus x into y into z plus 7 into x into y minus 7. So it will be, I can take z common outside. So if I am taking z common from here I will be left with 1, because 1 is factor of z also, it is factor of everyone. So we won't be writing 0 here, I am repeating again and again. So if 1 is factor of everyone, so 1 will be written here. Then here I will be left with x into y. Here 7 is common, so it will be x into y minus 1. So it will be z 1 minus xy plus 7xy minus 1. Now again we are facing the same problem we faced here. Here we have 1 minus xy, here we have x minus y, xy minus 1. Terms are same, but there is problem of sign. We are not able to take it out. We are not able to take this factor out. So what we will do, we will take common outside from any term. You can take from this or from this. So we are going to do like this, xy minus 7. If I am taking minus outside, it was positive. So it was positive, positive can be written as negative into negative. Okay, so one negative I am taking common, one is left here, so it will be xy, and outside, so it will be plus. Okay, so it is, now it is 1 minus xy and 1 minus xy. Now I can take 1 minus xy common, so it will be z minus 7. So same answer, same. Okay, order doesn't matter. What matters is all the factors are present in both the answers. So z minus 7, 1 minus xy, 1 minus xy. So answer is same. So with this we have completed our exercise 14.1. Next exercise, we are going to use factorization using identities. How we are going to do that? We are going to take one example. Okay, before that I am going to take one, we are going to take one example in which we are going to use both the methods, common factor as well as a method of regrouping. Suppose we are taking this example. In this, if you look at the factors closely, all the terms closely, you will see that all the terms are divisible by 2. It means 2 is common factor to all of this. First we are going to write them as irreducible factors, terms as irreducible factors. So it will be 2 into 3 into x into y, and it will be 2 into 2 into y, and it will be into x, and 16 is 4 times 2. So this is the conversion of terms into irreducible factors. Now I am going to take 2 common outside from all the terms. So what I am left with, here I am left with 3 into x into y. Here I am left with minus 2 into y, plus here I am left with 2 into 2 into 3 into x, and here we are left with 2 into 2 into 2. Okay. Now we will proceed as usual. In these two terms, y is common. We are going to group these two and these two. In these two terms, y is common, and in these two, 2 into 2 into 2 is common. So we are going to group like this, and we are going to proceed. Here we have y common, so inside we are left with 3 into x minus y plus 2 into 2 outside and 3 into x minus 2. Okay, bracket closed because 2 is common to everyone. So now y 3x minus 2 plus 4 3x minus 2. Now we have got two terms in which 3x minus 2 is common. So 3x minus 2 common, and inside we are left with y plus 4. So this is our factorization of this expression. We have to take 2 outside and then we have to regroup it. Some questions you have to do that. So now we are going to use factorization using identity. We are going to do the introduction part first. In our chapter 9, we studied that there are 4 identities that we use, standard identities. First was a plus b ka whole square, which was a square plus b square plus 2ab. A minus b ka whole square, which was a square plus b square minus 2ab. A minus b into a plus b is going to be a square minus b square, and your x plus a into x plus b will be equal to x square plus a plus b x plus ab. Okay, these are our 4 standard identities and we are going to use them. So first we are going to start with this one. Suppose you have to factorize. You have to factorize this expression, x square plus 4, okay, not 4, 9 plus 6x. Now you see that this is a square term, this is also a square term, it is 3 ka square, and this expression, this term, this is 3 ka square. Okay, I am doing the rough work. 3 ka square, this is x ka square, and these two terms are a and b. If these are a and b, I can write as 2 twice into product of these two terms, 3 into x. It means somehow this is a square plus b square plus 2 into ab. Okay, we are doing this. It means if a is our x, b is our 3, we can write this x square plus 9 square, which is our 3 square plus 2 into 3 into x as x plus 3 ka whole square. How? Using the identity a plus b square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. Okay. Now take another example. Suppose we have x square plus 16 plus 8x, okay, minus 8x plus 8x. Okay, so now we will see that there are 3 terms. There are 3 terms in which identity we will how will we proceed in the mind? We will check that there are 3 terms. 3 terms are in which identity? This or this. Okay, in this we are having 4, so we are going to have this or this identity. Now in this we have square term, then plus 2ab, and in this we have minus 2ab. Here we have plus sign, means first identity should be used. Now first term, it is x square. Second term, it can be written as 4 ka square. Okay, and third term ko you can write as 2 into 4 into x. Okay, so 4 was this, x was this. So if you take your a as x and your b as 4, then this expression is equal to x plus 4 ka whole square. You use which identity? By identity a plus b square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. Okay, this we used. Now we are going to check for second identity. Suppose it was minus sign. Okay, suppose it was minus sign here. We will check that there are three terms. It means first or second one, but there is negative sign. Negative sign, these two are square terms and this is non-square term. In non-square term we have negative sign. It means we have to use which one? We have to use second identity. Now it can be written as x square plus 4 ka square minus 2 into 4 into x. Okay. So if we take, if your a is equal to x and your b is equal to 4, then your x square plus 4 square minus 2 into 4 into x can be written as x plus, not x plus 4, minus 4 ka whole square. What we used identity by identity. A minus b square is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab. Okay, we use this. So with this we are done for today. In tomorrow class we are going to continue with the same topic with new exercise. Have a nice day.